Hello everyone. Myself Mr. Navnath Arun Pawar, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Zoology, Thakur College of Science and Commerce, Kandivali. In this lecture, we are going to deal with scope of biotechnology. So, before starting the scope of biotechnology, we have to know what is mean by biotechnology. So, biotechnology it means using a technology using living organism like plants, like bacteria, like animals, by modifying their genome, by modifying their chromosomal status, and we will get benefit or that produce organism which will be beneficial for the society, and that techniques or that branch is nothing but the biotechnology. Once again, I'm telling you what is meant by biotechnology. So biotechnology is a branch of science which will deals with the organism. It may be plants, it may be bacteria, it may be animals, and we will modify their genome for the use of a benefit of society. That's nothing but the biotechnology. Biotechnology is not a technology used in the biology. Biotechnology is a branch which will deal with the science by using, as I told you, animals, bacteria, plants. We will modify their genome for the benefit of our society. That is nothing but the biotechnology. So let's discuss one by one what is the scope of biotechnology. Now, one question is always there in every learner: what will be the career opportunity after completion of their course? It means let's assume that somebody will complete their graduation in the biotechnology or master in the biotechnology, then what will be the career platforms for all of them? So in this lecture we are going to deal all that topics. Number one, healthcare. As we all know, in the health sector, every doesn't matter whether it is in India or whether it is in out of India, everyone is suffering from health problem, right? And biotechnology is the emerging branch for all of them, in form of production of vaccine, in form of production of antibiotics, in form of production of drugs. It means that let's assume that one virus is very dangerous for all of us, and for formation of antibody to fight against that virus, it let's assume that it will take 7 to 8 days. It means that that entire symptoms will be there in that particular fellow. For that we have one solution. We will make vaccine against that virus, and after within 1 day or 2 day we will against them. In form of antibiotic also, let's assume that somebody is suffering from bacterial infection, we will make antibiotic against for that particular bacteria. For example, let's assume that azithromycin is a very famous antibiotic nowadays. So it will act on the bacterial genome, and bacteria will stop their multiplication, and ultimately that fellow will feel normal after taking of antibiotics. Next one is therapeutic drugs. For example, nowadays medicinal pharma, yeah, pharma industry is booming industry in the India, yeah, in the world, and the reason behind everyone is suffering from health issues, right? So we will make our drugs by using our biotechnology to fight against that particular diseases. So these are the some opportunities in the healthcare sector. Next sector is genetic engineering sector. Now, as we all know, the most dangerous, yeah, we can say the most complicated questions in front of all the world, that is nothing but the increasing population. There is a no space, there is a no land, there is only we can say population, increased number of homo sapiens. So there is a no food also. So we have to modify the genome of an bacteria, of an plant, of an animals, which will give you more yield. So ultimately the food scarcity will be not there. It means that we can edit their genome by using genetic engineering branch, and we will form the genetically modified organism. We can form the bacteria also, we can form the plant also, we can form the animal also. For let's assume that one plant is there, and during particular period they will give you 100 kg crop yield. For example, natural plant, wild plant we can say, right? But after editing up their genome, they will that plant will give you, instead of 1 kg or 10 kg, they will give you 100 kg of crop yield. Why it is happen? Because we will insert that kind of gene into the plant genome. Same for bacteria also. We will use bacteria for the beneficial purpose for the society. Same for animal also. We will form the transgenic animal for research purpose, right? So all of them we can collectively called genetically modified organisms. So this is the second platform. This is the second career opportunity when we will complete our graduation or post graduation in the life sciences. Then third is agricultural. As we all know, as I told you before, on the universe, on the earth, 71 or 72% is water and rest all is land, right? In that particular percentage of land, we have to form such a crop which will give you high yield. But for that, what we wanted to do, what we have, so for example, by using this biotech branch, we will develop such a plant, such a crop which will resist for the pest. Means let's assume that some pest will be there and that pest will attack on the plant, right? After attack of plant, the ultimately the crop yield will decrease, right? Or that plant is not able to tolerate the stress and all, right? Not at all. So we will make their genome in such a way when the pest will attack on the plant, at that time that plant will be the pest resistant after insertion of or after editing of the gene of that particular genome. So after eating of that plant by the insect or by the pest, that pest will die. But as we all know, doesn't matter whether it is venomous, whether it is poisonous, whether it is non-poisonous or all, they are the part of ecosystem, right? So it's a collateral damage for the ecosystem. So we cannot kill any one of them which are present in the universe. Doesn't matter whether they are venomous or non-venomous. They are the part of ecosystem. So we have to maintain their life along with the crop yield also. So we will develop a plant in such a way that plant will resist for the pest, right? So this is the third opportunity. Then industrial. As we know, industrial practices are the dominating practices in all over the world, right? So for what? If we are talking about the life sciences, we will form the enzyme, we will make the vitamins, we will make the amino acids, we will make the organic acids, right? How? Let's example, for example, what is meant by enzyme? As we all know, enzymes are the catalyst, right? Which will the accelerate the rate of reaction. Simple. So let's assume that some reaction will take a time 1 hours to get the product without enzyme, yeah, without catalyst. But with enzymes, instead of 1 hour, that reaction will be completed within 10 minutes, within 2 minutes. So we will form that kind of enzyme in the industry also. Nowadays, nutrition deficiency is the common problem in the universe, right? So we will make vitamins also, we will form the amino acids also, we will form organic acids also, right? So by using this branch, by using biotechnology in the industry, we will make whatever which is required for our survival, right? Yes. Now, next one is food industry. Yes, low space, low land, yeah, low land, right? There is a very limited space or very limited land to practice the agricultural things, right? In that case, what we have to do, if you want to maintain the food scarcity and all, then we can make the artificial food also. For example, bread, for example, wine, for example, cheese, right? By using microorganisms, by using living things, by using organisms. So in food industry, by using the biotechniques, we will form these kinds of foods. Not only these kinds of food, although there are so many lists are there that we will make by using biotechnology. So ultimately the food scarcity will be not there, right? Yes. Now next one is energy sector. As we all know, let's assume that there are some farmers which will are doing the practice on the sugar cane. So by using the sugar cane, factory will form the sugar. Sugar will be the product, right? But what about their byproduct? So by using sugar factory and the sugar byproduct, sugarcane byproduct, we will make biofuels like ethanol, like biodiesel, like biogas, right? And right nowadays in the universe, there are some vehicles are there which will run by using the ethanol and biodiesel and biogas, Right nowadays, there are some vehicles which will run by using the battery also. They no need to use the ethanol, petrol, and diesel and gas also. But we will form the ethanol by using the biotechnology in the energy sector. So, ethanol in form of energy, right? Biodiesel and biogas also. So, this is one kind of career opportunity where we can make our career in the energy sector. Next one is that forensics. This is the most most utilized branch or most usable branch for the society, most usable things for the society in the forensics. For example, let's assume that in one space there was a murder and we don't know who was the murderer, and we have to find out that murderer. How we can find out? Either we have to know their address, either we have to know their mobile number, or anything else which is related to that particular murderer. Let's assume that we don't have anything about the murderer and all, and still we have to find out that fellow. So in that case, what we can do, we will use their sample. For example, their saliva sample, for example, their hair sample, for example, their tear sample, for example, their urine sample. From that sample, we will isolate the cells, and in that cell, although we all know in that cell nucleus is there, and we will use that nucleus to identify who was the murderer by using DNA fingerprinting technique for murderer also. And let's one next example, second example for in the forensic, how we can use the DNA fingerprinting. For example, let's assume that in a hospital at the same time 20 baby birth was there, right? And by mistake that sister don't know who child's for whom father, right? Sister don't know who is the father or who is the mother of that particular child. How we can find out that mother or father that particular child? At that time we will take a sample from all the parents and all the babies. We will match their genome by using DNA fingerprinting technology, and those who will match their DNA, we will say कि हाँ that particular parent is for that particular baby, right? So we can use for murderer identification, and we can use there for paternity testing also. Okay, so forensic we can use biotechnology for the identification of murderer. And although there are so many things which will use DNA fingerprinting for identification, but out of them most dominating factor is to identify the murderer and to identify the parent of that particular child, okay, by using DNA fingerprinting. Next one is research and development. Right now, nowadays, the entire university is based on research and development. We have to do the research. We have to do the research on those organisms which are similar to all of us. Yeah, we can do the research on non-similar to all of us, but what will happen if the research organism is, or we can say the organism is similar for all of us, then we will use that mechanism on the Homo sapiens, or we can use that mechanism on the humans also. Why is it so? We will utilize them, right? We will know, okay, what are the things is going on that animal, and what will after taking off Homo sapien, after taking off that drug by the Homo sapien, and what will be the effect on Homo sapien. So we can do the research in the same field. Or for example, genomics, we will learn about their genome, we will learn about their gene, we will learn about their structure of gene, we will learn about their sequence of gene, we will learn about proteomics, structure of proteins and all, we will learn about their stem cells, their nature of cells. Or we can say by using CRISPR. CRISPR is nowadays the protein which is nowadays used for the genome editing, right? So these are the some career opportunities where we can utilize the biotechnology branch to make our career. Okay, so this is all about the career opportunity after completion of graduation and post graduation in the life sciences, not only in the biotechnology. When we will complete our graduation or master in the zoology, in the botany, in the biochemistry, in the environmental science, or in the biotechnology, this platform is open for all. Everyone, those who have completed their graduation in the same field, this all platform is open for all of them. So this is all about scope of biotechnology. Thank you for the listening. Thank you.